Hello everyone. So in this video, I want to share with all of you that I have started playing with the vertical videos and short videos. Now, I already have a lot of content. I already have like plenty of videos and every day I make videos, which is something that I have been able to do for a long time. And I have tried always to optimize my video production, and I'm sure you all know that I use ffmpeg, basically a script which I run to make a video. But at the same time, these days I know that short videos are inevitable. They're already popular, and at the same time YouTube is also promoting those short videos, and I think it makes sense for me to also try it out. So before I can start publishing and editing videos, if I have to make a video which is, let us say, a bit more polished, then I will definitely use Kdenlive, or I'll probably ask someone to do it for me. But in some cases where I just need to show some images, because most of my videos are tutorial based, and if I have to explain a topic to someone, maybe I have to post it on YouTube, or maybe I have to post it somewhere on LinkedIn. It could be a short video, it could be a normal video like 16:9 ratio or 9:16 ratio. The ratio is not important, but the important part is that I also feel that sometimes we need to make short videos where, for my requirement, all I need is that there will be some images, and those images will basically come on the screen. Like one image will come, and then after some time another image will come, and while the image is while there is a slideshow, I also want to change the text that appears, basically something supporting for that particular image, and at the same time I also want some background music. Now on my channel I have made plenty of videos where I have shown you how I did live streaming and how I did lo-fi music streaming. And whenever I used to do those lo-fi music streaming videos, like on YouTube, I was basically doing few things like showing the images from a directory, and I was using some lo-fi music from the background. I was also like using some dynamic text that was appearing on the screen like while it was streaming. And not only you can screen, but you can also record a video, like a proper video. But today I thought, okay, I'll just show something which is slightly different. So my objective is to take some images, like 5 or 6 images or 10 images, and then create a slideshow in either 16:9 or 9:16 ratio. And of course I want some text on top of it, along with basically some background music. So what I did, I basically used this ffmpeg script, and I'll try to explain the script. And to be honest, you should try to do it yourself, but I'm trying to give you some confidence that yes, it can be done. So basically in my ffmpeg command, I'm basically using 3 inputs. The first input is my image folder, which I'm basically asking when I'm running the script. So when I run the script, I'm basically passing something like this. Like basically when you are running a script, you can say that, okay, in this particular directory, I want all the images with some number. So my images are numbered like 1, 2, 3, 4, like as a suffix. And my second input is basically the audio file, the lo-fi music. And the third input is my logo, which I want my videos to have somewhere. And I'll show you the video quickly. So in my videos, I also like to have that wave, that I'm sure you're also seeing it here somewhere on the bottom right corner. I like it. You don't have to do it, but yeah, if you want to do it, you can. But after the show frequency, basically I am using the images. And what I'm doing here is I'm taking the first input, which is basically the first image, for example. And if you are doing something in a loop, then you have to basically do something like this: -re space -stream _ loop, and then -1 for infinite loop. And because I want my images to appear after 2 seconds, you have to use something like this, like 0.5. So basically 0.5 means that 2 seconds. I'm not really sure how the math works, but basically this is the frame rate. If you change it to something like maybe I believe 1. So one image will appear every second. If you change it to 0.5, then one image will appear every 2 seconds. So that is the math. But you can change it if you want. I mean, I think if for a slideshow, 0.5 makes sense. And I'm just showing the images one by one without any effect. If you want to have some effects, then you can do that. But for that, you need to use the filter complex with some fade commands. I believe I have shown how to do it on my channel, where I used a script. Basically, you can generate the ffmpeg command, and you can generate the filter complex lines using a shell script. And those lines depends on the number of images that you have. So I'm not really doing any fading or slide effect. I'm just showing one image, then another image, and so on. Then the main thing that I'm doing here is I'm basically making sure that based on the image, or not really based on the image, but based on the kind of video that I want to make. For example, if I'm making a video with 16:9 ratio, then I'll make sure that my images are like in some landscape format, ideally like usually I take a screenshot in a landscape format. I mean, if you have images which are exactly 1920 by 1080, perfect. But for making the normal videos, I'm using this basically these two variables. So if I'm passing 1920 by 1080, my scaling and cropping will happen accordingly, because my crop size is basically the same size, the same aspect ratio. But if the video is vertical, then of course the resolution is exactly the opposite, and the scale size is again different. The main thing is the crop size, because based on the crop size, it will crop the image for you. I'm using the scale size here because before you can crop, you need to make sure you scale the image so that the cropping happens, or crop has enough area to crop, basically. I'm sure if you know ffmpeg, you know what I mean. Now, because sometimes when you try to crop, there is not enough dimensions available, because the dimensions might go beyond your image size. So it is always better to scale it first before you can crop it. And when you scale it, don't really scale it in both the X and Y axis, scale it in just one axis. For the other axis, you can leave it as -1 so that it will be auto for you. And then what we are doing here next is I am making sure that after I'm cropping, so at this stage, I have my cropped image, then or images or video. Then I'm basically overlaying it with a logo. So I want I want my logo to appear, but I want my logo to first resize. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm basically making sure that whenever I'm inserting a logo on top left corner, it should be of some size, and then I'm overlaying it on the video itself. And then I'm also, this is something that you don't really need to do. Basically, whenever I make a video, or whenever I used to make a video for streaming, I was also displaying some text that was coming from a file, and the content of the text file can be changed. So I had another script which was basically writing to that particular file to basically make the video or streaming look a bit dynamic. You can also display like time or counter, up to you. But if you don't really want to do this, you can simply focus on this subtitle. Now this subtitle is something very, very, very interesting, because let me show you the subtitle file. Because if I want to display something dynamically, and I also want that file or that text to appear after a specific interval, the best way to do it, I believe, is to use nothing but a subtitle file. So let me just open it very quickly. So this is the subtitle. So what this is doing here is, for the starting from 0 second till 2 second, this subtitle, this text will appear. Then from 2 second to 4 second, this will appear, and so on. So this is my subtitle file, which you can, of course, use if you want. And when I'm making this, or when I'm basically showing the subtitle, I want some style. I want my own font, and I also want the font size, and I also want some border and background color. So this is something that you can do, like make it look a bit better. Now, if I run this if I run this command, so let us make a vertical video using the same images, or maybe first I'll create a normal video like 16 by 9. So I'll use 1920 by 1080, and it will take some time. I need to figure out, I mean, not really a lot of time, but like a couple of seconds. But I need to optimize the script. I believe the script is slightly slow because it is looking for the font, and there is some error which I can see here. Font is there, the script is able to pick up the font, but it will still take maybe 7 or 8 seconds. So now this is ready. Let me show you the video, and if I show you the video, you can figure out that it is actually very cool. So let us look at it. Third subtitle, fourth subtitle, and so on. So this is interesting, right? Now I'll make the same video, but with same images and different resolution. Maybe I will change the images. I'll basically go to this directory. Oh, I'll change the image. I know that we have, I took like different screenshots for vertical images, so it looks better. Let us run it again, and I will show you. It is super cool. And let me wait for one more. Okay, almost done. So let us look at this. Third subtitle. You can see the logo on top. You can see the subtitle with a background. So this is really cool, right? And I really wanted to show it to all of you because you may want to create vertical videos. I know that these days, everyone is talking about AI generated videos. Of course, you still have to do some input, right? To you will either record a video or you will write a script. If you have something similar, like a similar use case where you need to create some kind of vertical videos or horizontal videos, whatever videos that you may want to post somewhere online with some subtitles, I think it makes sense. Sometimes, when people are watching their phone on a train, maybe they are in a public place, they don't really want to disturb others. But if there is a hard-coded not text, but subtitles on the video itself, then, it is easy to understand. So I thought, okay, I'll share it with you because I will be now creating these videos because I think the script is now working fine. I guess I'll probably just make it a bit more refined, but more or less it is good. I'm proud of it, and I also thought, okay, let me show it to all of you. All right, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much.